the central idea originally was that they don't have a gym, so could we push it out to the community? But that ended up not being really the big issue. You know, a lot of times you go in and you think the problem is this, and after you do a little research, you realize, no, the problem is actually that. And that's what happened. So we went in thinking, we're going to try and help them work out the logistics of pushing PEW out into the community. And what it ended up really being is that, you know, these kids actually want to be in that school. They don't necessarily need that or want that. And in fact, that would be a lot harder than you think, because they don't have a comfort zone. They come from communities all over the city, so they're not neighborhood kids. They're not comfortable in that area, and a lot of them are not comfortable in their home neighborhoods because there's gangs and there's all kinds of danger. They have a big issue with safety, and so the way to push them out into the community is to first invite the community in, bring people who own, for instance, maybe martial arts studios or yoga studios in to teach a 4-week unit, or to collaborate with the teachers and get them familiar with the kids, and kids get familiar with them, and then maybe they become patrons of that business, or there's some kind of arrangement. That's one possible aspect of it. But really what we saw was an opportunity for the school to really be sort of a catalyst, a cultural catalyst for the kids. They really needed a community. They need a community to call their own. And there's a lot of really interesting and positive energy in the school. Those kids love this school. And they have a new principal, and they're building a strong culture, and it can go a lot farther than it is now. They're very well behaved. It's very organized. The curriculum is strong. The teachers are committed. The kids are committed. They've got a lot of raw material they can work with to really strengthen it. So it really became not, how can we deal with this logistical issue, but more really, you've got a really good opportunity here to build a community for these kids and their families and leverage it so that they do become more comfortable in the community ultimately. So that was the whole original plan. So you can't see that necessarily from this, and we're still frankly working on all of these documents. So we have to be done by Tuesday.
Colored Post-its mean anything? Or
yeah. In fact, originally what they sort of sorted themselves according to these themes, and so we did actually do that. But then ultimately we resorted, and then it became less of an issue. But I gotta say, the two things that I really took away from this project, tools, was one, doing the workshop. Always do a workshop. Always do an ideation workshop. Never ever ideate alone or only with your, with your design team. Get users involved. You just have to. And the second thing was colored Post-its. Colored Post-its. I'm going to buy stock in 3M. As a matter of fact, because I'm going to start buying them by the bushel. They are so useful for sorting things out. The idea is that, contemporary physical education could be about addressing health issues in the community, beyond and lifestyle issues for the kids. Particularly in some communities, diabetes is, chronic diseases are an issue. High blood pressure, cholesterol. A lot of these communities have a lot of chronic issues that PEW could address if the curriculum were sort of revamped. And that was another aspect.